Imagine waking up each day with a sense of calm, ready to face whatever life throws your way, not because the world is perfect, but because you've learned to control the one thing that matters most: your mind. We live in a world that constantly tries to dictate how we should feel, think, and act. But what if I told you that the key to a happy life is not in changing the world around you, but in mastering your own thoughts? This isn't just some lofty idea. It's a revolutionary power that's completely within your reach. Stoicism teaches us resilience, gratitude, and how to live a life full of purpose. But this isn't just ancient history. It's something you can apply to your life today. Picture it. You're faced with the chaos of the modern world, but instead of being tossed around, you stand firm. You find peace and happiness in even the smallest of moments. That's not just living, it's thriving. And the best part, you can use simple Stoic strategies to transform your mornings, and by extension, your life. So, if you've ever felt overwhelmed by the constant noise of life, if you've struggled to find peace in a world that never seems to slow down, or if you're curious about how ancient wisdom can be your secret weapon in the modern age, stick with me. This could be the turning point you've been waiting for. Let's explore how a Stoic approach can help you create not just a morning routine, but a life full of intention, resilience, and real happiness. 1. Discover your ikigai. You've probably heard the term ikigai, but do you truly understand its meaning? It's a Japanese concept that represents the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. Imagine waking up every day with a clear sense of purpose, something that drives you so deeply that the thought of hitting snooze feels irrelevant. This is the power of finding your ikigai. For Marcus Aurelius, it wasn't just about enduring life's hardships with a stiff upper lip. It was about living with intention, contributing meaningfully, and embracing your role in the world. He believed that each day is an opportunity to fulfill your role with integrity and passion. Finding your ikigai is not just about pursuing what you love, it's about aligning it with what the world needs and what you can do best. This is where true fulfillment lies. But how do you find your ikigai? Start with introspection. Ask yourself, if the answers don't come immediately, that's okay. This is a journey of self-discovery. Over time, you'll start to see where your passions and talents align with the world's needs. The more you integrate your deeper purpose into your daily life, the more you'll notice a shift in your energy. Mundane tasks become meaningful, relationships flourish, creativity sparks, and your happiness becomes more constant than fleeting. The key is consistency and dedication to this process. 2. Prepare for your morning. The Stoics understood the importance of intentional living, and that includes preparing for the day ahead. The way you spend your evening will directly affect how you wake up in the morning. You've probably experienced how binge-watching TV or scrolling through social media until you pass out doesn't lead to a restful night. Instead, imagine setting up a pre-sleep routine that supports your mental and physical well-being, such as limiting screen time and planning for the next day. Taking a few minutes to reflect on tomorrow's priorities can set the tone for a purposeful day. A simple exercise like writing down your top 3 goals for the day can make all the difference. This practice doesn't just make you organized, it's a way of bringing clarity and focus to your morning. And of course, don't underestimate the power of deep breathing or meditation before bed. By relaxing your mind and body, you ensure that you wake up feeling refreshed, calm, and ready to tackle the day. 3. Avoid distractions. One of the greatest challenges in today's world is the constant barrage of digital distractions. We live in an age where emails, social media, and news updates demand our attention the moment we open our eyes. But here's the thing, the first moments of your day are precious, and how you spend them sets the tone for everything that follows. Take a page from Marcus Aurelius and avoid letting external demands dictate your mornings. Instead of diving into emails or social media, dedicate your first moments to activities that nourish your soul and sharpen your mind. This might mean reading, journaling, or simply savoring a cup of coffee in silence. By avoiding distractions, you create a peaceful foundation for the rest of your day, and your focus will carry you through the hours that follow. 4. Wake up consistently. At the heart of Stoicism is the understanding that we have control over our actions and mindset. Waking up consistently at the same time each morning is a simple yet powerful way to embody this philosophy. It's not just about avoiding the temptation to sleep in, it's about taking charge of your day from the very start. By establishing a stable morning routine, you create a foundation for productivity and focus. You're not rushing to catch up with the day's demands. Instead, you're starting with a sense of intention and purpose. This small habit may seem insignificant, but it's a cornerstone for a life of discipline and control, and it sets the stage for everything else you want to accomplish. Incorporating these Stoic principles into your life isn't about perfection, it's about progress. With every step, you're crafting a life full of intention, resilience, and genuine happiness. Start small, but remain committed, and you'll be amazed at how transformative these ancient practices can be in your modern world. So tomorrow morning, make the choice to live deliberately. Don't let the distractions of the world steal your peace. Embrace the quiet power of your mind and let it guide you toward the life you truly want. Staying consistent is tough. You've probably experienced it yourself. Trying to wake up at the same time every day feels like a battle. Your bed, cozy and inviting, seems to mock your resolve. The urge to hit snooze is stronger than your will to rise. This is where the Stoic principle of perseverance steps in. It's not just about forcing yourself out of bed. It's about reminding yourself of the person you're becoming through this discipline. It's about seeing beyond the instant comfort and remembering the long-term benefits this habit will bring into your life. Becoming a morning person isn't just about the mornings. It's about training yourself to embody resilience, focus, and intentionality throughout the entire day. It's about building self-mastery, aligning your actions with your core values, and living the kind of life you truly want to lead, one day at a time. So how can you make consistency your ally? Start the night before. Set a clear intention for why you want to wake up at a certain time. Is it to enjoy peaceful, quiet moments for reading or meditation? To get in a morning workout? To simply start the day feeling more in control? Once you've identified your why, create an environment that supports this habit. Maybe it's going to bed earlier to ensure enough rest, or opening the curtains just enough to let the morning light gently pull you awake. And when things get tough, remember the Stoics. They believed in the power of our will and the importance of acting in line with our principles. Every morning you wake up at your chosen time, you're not just starting the day, you're reinforcing a promise to yourself. A promise of growth, discipline, and purpose. But here's the thing, be kind to yourself. Amid all the talk about discipline and consistency, it's crucial to remember, we're human. We like comfort. We're wired for instant gratification, which is why forming new habits, especially early morning routines, can feel like climbing a steep hill. But that's okay. This is part of being human, and acknowledging it is actually freeing. It's not a flaw, it's just how we're made. Stoicism doesn't demand perfection. It encourages self-compassion too. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to be patient with his shortcomings, to learn from them, and to move on. The same approach is vital when trying to cultivate new habits. You'll have tough mornings. Your alarm will go off, and every fiber of your being will want to stay curled up in bed. And yes, there will be days when you give in to that temptation. That's fine. The key isn't to spiral into guilt, it's to forgive yourself, learn from it, and try again the next morning. Self-compassion is a sign of strength, not weakness. It shows that you're in this for the long haul, ready to navigate the ups and downs with grace. Growth takes time, and each day offers a fresh opportunity to try again. Embrace those small victories. Celebrate the little moments of discipline, and learn from the setbacks. That's how we cultivate resilience, determination, and kindness. Now let's talk about the small acts of discipline, those little things that can set the tone for your day. One simple example, placing your alarm clock across the room. It's not just about making it harder to snooze, it's a statement. It's a commitment to start your day on your terms, not letting comfort dictate your actions. Similarly, making your bed might seem trivial, but it's a small victory. It's an act of care for yourself and your environment. By making your bed, you're creating a space that reflects the order you're cultivating within. These small victories are the building blocks of a disciplined life. They're easy to overlook, but cumulatively, they shape your character. By choosing to engage in these small acts of discipline, you're preparing yourself for bigger challenges ahead. Each time you rise to the occasion, you're reinforcing your ability to follow through and remain steady, even when things get tough. This is Stoicism in action, focusing on what you can control and letting go of the rest. The point is, these practices aren't just about discipline for discipline's sake. They're about cultivating a mindset that's ready for whatever life throws your way. If you can commit to the little things, you're training yourself to handle bigger challenges with grace and resilience. This is where true growth happens. Finally, if you really want to succeed, find an accountability partner. Having someone to share your goals with, who will both support and challenge you, can supercharge your progress. This partnership transforms a solitary journey into a shared one, making the pursuit of your goals feel less daunting and more enjoyable. It's like having a teammate in your personal growth journey, someone who checks in when you're struggling, celebrates your wins, and helps you stay on track. This concept of community and support is at the heart of Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus all understood the power of learning from one another. They believed that relationships were a key part of developing character and virtue. Having an accountability partner isn't just about motivation. It's about mutual growth, encouragement, and shared wisdom. This person can offer fresh perspectives, help you adjust your approach, and keep you focused on your long-term goals. So, find someone who shares your commitment to self-improvement. It could be a friend, family member, or even a colleague. Choose someone you trust, someone who can be honest with you, and whom you can be honest with in return. Set regular check-ins, and use this relationship to encourage, inspire, and hold each other accountable. In the end, your morning routines and broader life goals become part of a shared adventure, one built on mutual support and a commitment to growth. This is how we move toward a more disciplined, intentional, and fulfilling life. One of the most powerful lessons we can learn in life comes from the Stoics. Remember death. This isn't meant to be a gloomy or morbid practice, but rather a call to action, a reminder to live intentionally and purposefully. By reflecting on our mortality, we realize just how fleeting our time truly is. Every single day is an opportunity, one that's not guaranteed to anyone, and by acknowledging this, we can steer our energy toward what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, frequently contemplated the shortness of life. He didn't do so out of fear, but rather out of a deep understanding of the importance of using his time wisely. Reflecting on death freed him from petty concerns, allowing him to focus on what was truly important: his duty to the world as an emperor and his quest for virtue as a human being. By remembering that life is temporary, we begin to prioritize what's essential: our values, our relationships, and the impact we want to leave behind. Each morning is a new gift, a blank canvas that we have the power to fill with meaning. We have a choice in how we approach the day ahead, whether we engage with the world meaningfully or allow it to slip by unnoticed. The Stoic practice of remembering death each morning can transform how we see our day. It shifts our perspective, helping us focus on the things that matter rather than the distractions or frustrations that might otherwise pull us off course. When we acknowledge that time is limited, the daily annoyances and setbacks lose much of their grip over us. Our ability to remain resilient and focused on long-term goals increases, and we begin to appreciate the present more deeply. But how do we incorporate this practice into our daily lives? It starts with a moment of reflection each morning. Consider the day ahead not just as another routine day, but as an opportunity, a chance to create a life story that matters. Ask yourself, if this were my last day, would I be proud of how I'm spending it? This doesn't mean living in a state of existential crisis, but rather developing a deep appreciation for the present moment and the chance to live, learn, and love. Remembering death is not about focusing on the end, but about making the most of each moment and living with intention. Another powerful Stoic tool is negative visualization. Instead of always visualizing success and happiness, as we are often told to do, the Stoics encourage us to periodically imagine the challenges, losses, and difficulties that may come our way. This might seem counterintuitive, but it's a practice that helps us prepare mentally and emotionally for life's inevitable hardships. By imagining potential struggles, be it a missed opportunity, a lost relationship, or even the death of a loved one, we train our minds to handle adversity with resilience. This practice doesn't breed fear or pessimism. Instead, it strengthens our mental and emotional muscles, allowing us to face challenges with greater poise and less anxiety. Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and the other Stoic philosophers believed that by contemplating the temporary nature of everything outside of our control, we could cultivate peace and resilience. Negative visualization also enhances our appreciation for what we already have. When we think about the possibility of losing something we take for granted, we often realize just how much we have to be thankful for in the present. To practice negative visualization, simply take a few moments each morning to reflect on potential challenges or setbacks you might face. Imagine how you would respond, what strengths you would draw upon, and how you could grow from the experience. Then, let go of the visualization and move forward, carrying with you a sense of preparedness and gratitude for the present. Finally, the Stoics remind us to appreciate our lives fully. Gratitude, especially at the end of the day, is a powerful practice that can transform our outlook on life. Keeping a gratitude journal is a simple but profoundly effective way to shift our focus from what's lacking in our lives to what's abundant. It's about acknowledging the good, even in the midst of challenges. Whether it's a kind gesture from a stranger, the completion of a difficult task, or simply the comfort of a warm bed, practicing gratitude invites peace into our lives and sets the stage for a more intentional tomorrow. Ending the day with gratitude allows us to close on a positive note, reaffirming the good in our lives and preparing our minds for rest. It shifts our focus from what went wrong to what went right, and primes us to start the next day with purpose and appreciation. This practice of gratitude ripples out into our relationships and interactions with the world, encouraging us to see the beauty in the mundane and to express our appreciation for those around us. Incorporating these Stoic practices into your life isn't about achieving perfection, but about cultivating resilience, intention, and gratitude. Each day will still have its challenges, but with these practices, you'll meet each day stronger, more focused, and more at peace. By embracing Stoicism, you can craft a life filled with meaning and purpose, a legacy that endures one moment at a time.